Wowee, that's pigmented. Wowee, that's still really pigmented. Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a get ready with me video for y'all today on this look right here. So obviously super duper holiday. So it's a sparkly green eye look. You could totally pair it with a nude lip and it would be very pretty that way too. But I just thought I would go all out and do a shiny red lip with it. So that's what I did. So over the top holiday, and I think it's so fun. And I used all affordable goodies. So drugstore goodies, affordable stuff. So yeah, just gonna be getting ready with you guys on camera today, creating this look using all affordable goodies. So let's get to it. Okay, so I already applied some moisturizer. I used the Derma E Vitamin C Renewing Moisturizer. Love this, perfect for daytime, very hydrating. A little bit goes a long way with it. Okay, so next I'm gonna use the Covergirl Skin Smoothing Primer and just apply this kind of in my T-zone. For foundation, I'm going to do a little combo of these two, the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup and the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. Have this in L40, and then I have the Neutrogena in 20 Natural Ivory. So I'm going to mix both of these together and use them as my foundations. Kind of getting like the glow of the healthy skin, but then the longevity of the Matte Made. I don't find the Matte Made though to be overly drying or anything. It's actually one of my favorite matte foundations. It's so pretty on the skin, but just wanted to add a little bit of extra glow and hydration with the healthy skin. For eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use my favorite, the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. So good, so affordable, works great. For brows, I'm going to use the Milani Stay Put Brow Sculpting Mechanical Pencil in Taupe. I do like this one. I think it's a little bit dark for me from what I'm remembering, but I think it still works. This one's a very creamy brow pencil, so you don't need to use a lot of pressure when applying it. I'm actually like barely touching for the formula, but also for the color. When it's a little bit dark for me, I just kind of like try to go light-handed with it so it doesn't get quite so intense. Okay, now I'm going to use the Maybelline City Mini Palette in Brooklyn Nudes. Going to get some of this creamy shade right here and set my eyeshadow primer with that. Okay, now I'm going to take a little combination of this one and this one right here and apply those into my crease and transition area and just blend that up and soften that line just so it's nice and diffused. Now I'm going to take one of my favorite tiny brushes, the Morphe M507, and get some of this shade right here and apply that into my outer corner and softly blend that into my crease, but keeping it lower and mostly in the outer corner just for that depth and dimension. Now the fun part of this look, I'm going to use one of the L'Oreal Infallible shadows in Golden Emerald. Golden Emerald, this is stunning. It's a beautiful green, but it has this like gold fleck to it that's stunning. I mean, it's so pretty, but it's intense. So I'm getting this on a Chique Eyeshadow brush. I'm going to spray it with some setting spray and then just build up this color all over my lid. Just basically doing a green smoky eye. Then we're going to add some shimmer, extra shimmer. This already has shimmer, but we're going to add some more. Applying a little bit with my fingertip just to kind of like intensify that sheen to it. I'm going to take my Morphe brush and just like barely tap into the shadow and softly blend this into my crease. Just the tiniest little bit just to kind of soften that line between the crease color and this one. Just wiped off my brush and then I'm doing a little bit more blending. Wiped off my brush on my pajama pants. I just love that green. It is one of my favorite green shadows from any brand, across palettes, everything. I think it's just so pretty. Okay, I'm going to clean up my brow bone with a little bit of this shade from that same Brooklyn Nudes palette. Okay, now we're going to add some shimmer. So there's really no easy way I can show you this. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use these two products, the Liquid Sugar from J Cat Beauty and one of their glitters in Candy Coin. This is so beautiful. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this in the lid for it, like it's its own lid. So I'm just gonna put a few little drops in there, wet my brush, and then dip my brush into the glitter and just tap a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, so I want just like a little hint of golden shimmer to it. I just got glitter everywhere, but luckily I had put out a little paper towel, so it's mainly contained in the paper towel. Whoopsie. I am barely touching, just kind of dabbing. You can see, I mean, that was like one quick little dab. I mean, hardly any shimmer, but look how much you get. It's so beautiful. I love their glitters. I'm just kind of leaving my eyes down to kind of let it dry, because obviously we used a liquid mixing medium. So just kind of let that dry so that you don't get a line. Started to use something else, then I remembered we are keeping this affordable. So I'm going to use these two liners. First I'm going to start with the Rimmel Scandaleyes in black and kind of line this along my lash line, keeping it pretty like close to my lash line. Then I'm going to go over it with the brown. I think it's just called brown. Yeah, brown. It's kind of like a coppery brown. So I'm going to go over it and then do it just a little bit thicker on the outer part of my eye, just to kind of lift my eyes a little bit. Then for mascara, I'm going to use this combo right here, the BH Cosmetics Stellar Lash, love this mascara, and the CoverGirl, the Supersizer. So I'm going to apply these to my upper lashes. I felt like I was seeing a little bit of like green fallout and just kind of some tinting under my eyes, so I wiped off under there with some makeup remover and then just reapplied a little bit more foundation. So now I'm going to do some concealing on my under eyes. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the pink color. I do like this. I like the color of it. I love pink color correctors for my under eyes. I have glitter in my hair. How fun. But the texture isn't as good as the Maybelline Master Camo, in my opinion. That was like my favorite, but I can't ever find that anywhere. So this one is the best alternative I've found. At least it's pink. The Master Camo was like super creamy and easy to blend. This is too, but it's just a little bit thicker. So I liked how just creamy the other one was and how it would glide on the under eyes, look really pretty. This one's fine, it totally works, but I do prefer that over this one. Then I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in Classic Ivory. Just going to dab some of this under my eyes just for a little bit more coverage. I'm just going to use my finger for this. Gonna set my under eyes and my T-zone with the Essence All About Silky Matte Fixing Compact Powder. It's a pinky tone, which again, I like a pinky toned powder for my under eyes. Then I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. If y'all could see the area in front of me, it is a complete mess right now. Let's finish up the eyes. So I'm going to do that same combination of those two that we used in the crease for my under eyes and just lightly apply this, just using a tiny brush. If you wanted to get like super duper festive, you could do like a red under your eyes. I think that would be fun. If you've got kind of, I don't know, itchy eyes or irritated eyes, the red could accentuate that redness in your eyes. So, I mean, that's just a little FYI if you did that, but it would be fun and festive. Gonna apply some CoverGirl Clump Crusher to my lower lashes. Okay, bronzer. I'm gonna use the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in Sunlight 01. So pretty, such a nice texture. Love this bronzer. I will say I feel like I have not found a perfect, well, I guess I do really like the L'Oreal powder. I'm just not wowed by a lot of drugstore powders. So if you have like a favorite drugstore powder, let me know. Like, I do like the L'Oreal one. I like the Wet n Wild one. That one's pretty good. but like even right now I can tell that just the texture of it in here isn't as pretty as like the Ben Nye Luxury Powder. Oh, I have used that for years and years, and that is tough to beat. It's not like super expensive, but I mean, it's not drugstore prices. Blush, I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones in Sophisticated Sable. Really pretty neutrally color. I'm gonna concentrate on these two for my blush. Even these two not like getting into the highlighter still have a glow to them, which is very pretty on the skin. But just FYI, it definitely has a glow. I'm gonna get some of the highlighter. So pretty, glowy, and light catching. I went and grabbed a couple things. First off, I grabbed my L'Oreal True Match powder. I think I'll like this more. So I'm gonna dab a little bit of this kind of in those areas that were just looking, I don't know, not very smooth. This is a little bit more smooth, more hydrating. Yeah, I like that. I like the Coty a lot for summertime, but for wintertime, the L'Oreal just has a little bit more hydration to it. I'm just adding a little bit of blush back. Also grabbed a different highlighter. This is the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. So I'm gonna use this golden color. Let me find a brush to use. All right, gonna get some of this. I want just a little bit more gold. Wowie, that's pigmented. Let's get a little bit of that on this side. Wowie, that's still really pigmented. Too much product, too much. And then I want to put a little bit of this same gold highlighter on the inner corners of my eyes with a pencil brush. Just kind of want that golden pop on the inner corners. And then you totally don't have to do this, but I want a little bit more golden sheen. So this is the Milani Rose Glow Stellar Lights. So I'm gonna get some of this bronzy golden color right here, spray it with some setting spray, and then just put this right on the inner part of my lower lash line, just for a little golden pop right there. Then for lips, you could totally go with a nude lip. That would be really beautiful, but I'm gonna try to do a glossy red lip. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in Red the Scene and the CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir Lip Oil in this reddish color, Cherry Crush. Blending that liner so I have a good base, and then putting the lip oil over that. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. So hope that you really enjoyed it. Please hit a thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below what some of your favorite affordable goodies are to create holiday looks. I would love to hear some of your favorites and suggestions. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!